Thank you for having me today. What I'm coming on today to let all of the livestock producers know, some of you may not know, we do have a program right now that is called the Coronavirus Program, and we're implementing that right now for livestock owners. So because of the situation that has been going on this year, they know that the livestock owners have had issues and problems and maybe selling when they don't normally have to sell their animals. So what this program does is it looks at the livestock inventory, and it also looks at the livestock that maybe they have sold. So it's for your cattle, pigs, and sheep. Unfortunately, no horses are included in this one. We do run a program that's a livestock forage program that horses are included, but for the CFAP program, they are not. The range that they're looking at is if you have livestock that you sold between January 14th and April 15th, they're looking at that. They want to know what you sold during that time frame. And then they're also looking at what you have as your highest inventory between April 15th and May 14th. So the program ends September 11th. And I just wanted to get it out there for anybody who has not signed up, who has not contacted our office. And it's all offices. All offices are carrying it. A lot of the livestock guys have applied. And I keep telling them, if you know somebody else, tell them, let them know they need to come in and well, they can't come in. Sorry, I take that back. We are closed to the public, but they need to contact me and just let me know, because we'll get you guys signed up and get you guys taken care of. It can help with feed or, you know, whatever it is. There's money out there that's allocated already that you guys need to come in and take advantage of it and do this program. The livestock forage program doesn't always run, so that one goes off the drought monitors. So unfortunately for Fresno County this year, we're not going to have a 2020 program, but there possibly could be one for 2021. But the CFAP program right now, which is the coronavirus program that President Trump released out to everyone, this one is in effect till September 11th. And then I don't know if there's possibly maybe going to be another one come down the road after this one closes. So please contact the office. And Rebecca, I can leave all my information with her, and you guys can just contact the office, ask for me, and I'll be more than happy to help in any way I can. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'm Fletch Nelson. I'm a range specialist with Natural Resources Conservation Service. And our programs aren't usually set up for fast response following a disaster like a drought or on the bottom there, or a fire. But we do have a few resources we can offer. One is technical assistance. So if you were to have a structure or some, you know, a well or something you're concerned about after a fire, especially, depending on workload, we may be able to send out an engineer or a conservation planner to give you guidance on protecting those structures, whether it's placement of ditches or to divert water, or logs or K-rails to divert sediment from those structures. We can help with that. As far as financial assistance, our main program for financial assistance, regardless of emergency, is the Environmental Quality Incentives Program, we call it EQIP. It's a program that pays a portion of different projects that that people may want to install for conservation purposes. And it's not really well set up for emergency response, but sometimes there are initiatives announced to respond to emergencies. We've had catastrophic fire recovery initiatives, and those will be limited to certain counties usually that were impacted by fire. And we had a drought initiative for livestock producers during our last big drought. The process of applying and going through the process is the same as our regular day-to-day equip, but there's a separate pot of money, and that's the critical part of those initiatives, is that they set aside a certain amount of money to respond to these initiatives, to these disasters. And our final program that really is focused on disasters is the Emergency Watershed Protection Program. This is a program where NRCS would pitch in cost share money with a local sponsor. So it'd have to be a local government or a municipal government, but it takes a sponsor and it takes a request from that sponsor to get that program announced within a county. It's not specifically for individuals to apply to. So, like I said, we're not super well set up to respond quickly to emergencies, but I think one of the things that we can offer is preparing so that your property and your ranch can be resilient when those emergencies do come. We have a lot of conservation practices that would make a place less susceptible to wildfire. Brush management is a key one that we do a lot of. Fuel breaks in strategic places like ridge tops. You can see in this top photo, this is from the Detweiler fire in Mariposa, and that white ash in the front, that's a burn pile that the landowner had pushed up because he was actively controlling brush on this piece of ground. That burn pile burned up in the Detweiler fire. You can see those trees are scorched and the leaves are dried out from the radiant heat, but those oaks all came back. So by clearing that understory of brush, he pretty much saved that little oak woodland right there. The other thing we can offer is help with grazing management and infrastructure for folks to improve their grazing management. We have all these different practices that we could help with. And if you think about it, especially for drought, if you're not able to fully utilize your entire property, and you're unable to leave behind dry feed going into the next rainy season, and we don't know how that rainy season is going to produce feed for us the following season, then you're at a disadvantage when the drought comes. So on the top is a solar well, a solar pump on a well, and on the bottom is kind of an example. So in that red area, you'd be underutilizing feed that you could otherwise have stockpiled for drought years. This is our local contact. It's pretty easy to get to the website. It's pretty straightforward to navigate. The contact us tab will give you an option for searching for your local field office, or else there are the numbers for our two counties here. So if you have any questions or you'd like to apply for For conservation planning or technical assistance, that's the contact info. Thanks, Rebecca.